from the soul, from the streets. So if you think I'm here to play around with you, you should leave now. If you decide to stay, that means you'll allow me in your energy, as is my intent, to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. So let's get started. Because you know me, dominate these time constraints. Some of my cards flew on the floor here. These cards were so prominent yesterday. Doing drugs, recruiting haters, burning evidence, and their social media posts are heavily directed towards you. So there's this energy of someone who is watching you. I really feel like they watch you more than they watch their kids, and they try to hide it. They sneak and watch you. They don't want people to know that they're borderline obsessed with you or over the borderline obsessed, and they try to, subtly. I think people can tell because even though they try to act like they don't watch you, it's like, your FYP will tell on you, like your frequency. I feel like the FYP is a frequency reader, and it talks a lot about what's going on inside rather than what's going on outside. So even though they claim they don't like you, it's still showing up. It's still like these references. They can show people your videos or show people your posts or something like that. They're trying to get other people to feel what they feel for you doing drugs. That also makes me feel like your energy was easier to access at one point in time. It was easier to access your energy because of the things that you were seeking out in life, but because you're no longer seeking out certain things, certain people can't gain access to your energy. Hold on. Okay, this card's real too. Causing unexplained body pain and numbness, investigating. So this makes me feel like there's somebody who there's somebody who's starting to pay attention to this person's obsession with you. And there's something about your body issue, like your body, like your how you shaped. Maybe, maybe you've been losing weight. Maybe you've been gaining weight, or there have been other things like hair loss or hair growth. Right? It could have been that at first you was gaining a lot of weight, and now you're starting to get your body back, right? You was losing hair, now your hair's starting to grow back, whatever it is like that. This person was sending negative energy towards you to to affect your looks, how people see you. Once again, they want people to feel like they feel about you. This card says toxic, and like I said, I feel like there were certain things that you used to seek out in the world, certain behaviors that you used to embody that you no longer embody. You don't have to go out into the world to seek out certain things. You have the resources to be able to, cultivate them on your own. And because you don't have to go out into the world and seek out those things, you don't need an alternate personality. You don't need an alter ego. You can be who you are, right? So you're not finding yourself in some of these situations and circumstances that I think you used to be found in. Betrayal. They secretly keep tabs on your every move. They'll claim, I did it first, knowing damn well they got inspired by you in their fields. This is something about religion. This is somebody who has issues with your religious practices. They might be like Muslim or, what is it? Nation of Islam, right? There's something, significant about the religion that they practice in their fields, energies out here with betrayal. And also they like to make it seem like they did it first. So it makes me think that it's something that you're doing out of your true nature. Like you're not doing it because you are Jehovah's Witness. You're not doing it because you are Muslim. You're not doing it because of anything else other than you a good person. And so they like to have this, they like to be able to say that they originated because it seems like it would go with their religion. It seems like it would suit their persona. You know what I mean? But it's not really them. They only want to do it because they see you doing it. And you doing these behaviors, makes it difficult for them to get other people to feel for you the way they want people to feel for you. I hope you're having a very powerful, positive, and productive experience. My intentions are to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. I do that by helping others to overcome the pitfalls that I've landed in. So if I'm saying something that helps y'all, double tap that screen, share the live so we can share this love. You've got a lot of witches and warlocks out here doing magic on you. And every time you show up, they be surprised to see you still showing up. They doing their biggest ones. And they going to their friends. And they doing their biggest ones, and then they going to their friends, and their friends saying, "Oh, try this, try this, try this." And so, but so they doing their biggest one, and then they doing another big one, and then they doing another big one, and ain't none of that shit working on you. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else. Let's get some messages for you. Not cards that fell on the floor, but specific messages for the divine collective. What do you need to know most to walk your highest path for your greatest good? I've been starting off with this deck lately because it gives a really good synopsis. What is the most important message for the Divine Collective? Thank you. Cowardly actions. This card has been coming up a lot. Discernment. So you're not listening to your discernment at this time. You do in the ways that Spirit is asking you to move, in the ways that Spirit is saying, this is what you need to do. This is your next step. There's a lot of hesitation. There's a lot of apprehension, and your Spirit team is wanting you to TTG. Wastrels and vagabonds. Wastrels and vagabonds. I don't know how to turn the camera around on this device, on this app. I don't even know if I can turn this thing around so that y'all can see the cards better. Now I have to figure that out another time. In any case, what this button right here do? Start a poll. Okay. In any case, this card says, I don't know if you can make it out, wastrels and vagabonds. So they're like external influence. 7, 5, 10, 11, 12. That's 3. 313 angel number. 323 angel number. There's like external influences that's impeding the actions that you know you need to take. It's like you care too much about what other people think. Your spirit team is encouraging you to move in a certain direction, and you hesitate on making that move because what the neighbor gonna say. Who gives a fuck if the person in the bank see you outside getting that fucking bank dirt? Go get that fucking bank dirt. Destruction of the environment. Like, who gives a fuck if there's somebody who's in their house that ain't got nothing to do with their life seeing you live your fucking life? Go live your life. You've been given instructions, and you care too much about people saying you look crazy, and God trying to give you this control. God is trying to give you this power that you've been asking for. Who cares if they think you look crazy? You're supposed to look crazy when you're doing what God is asking you to do. Let's get some energy on this. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides. So we can see the highest path for the greatest good. What's the energies around this? Cowardly actions, wastrels and vagabonds, destructions of the environment. Man, making one necessary move could really shift you into a different timeline, into a different frequency. But there's apprehension, and I feel like it has to do with like external influences and community. Give me some energy. Trust it. Trust it, like you being a trusted individual. You being trusted by the world around you. 222 angel number. There's a lot of 2s showing up here. Trusted. Like using your discernment and operating. It's like your spirit team say, we trusted you with this information. Abundance. Like, or maybe they're saying, trust that this decision, this move, taking this action will put you in the position that you've been called to, that you've been wanting to arrive at. The Jezebel spirit energies out here. Control. This is a lot about control. Mind control. Spiritual control. Who are you listening to? Are you trying to please God, or are you trying to please man? That's what this is. Page of Cups energy is out here with the Death card. Milk for babes, meat for men. There was a time in your experience, probably where your spirit team was like, okay, they just starting off. They just starting to put water on the altar. They just starting to leave us some food. Let's go easy with them. But you're growing in your faith now. You have a deeper understanding and a deeper knowing of what this spiritual practice and this walk is, right? So either you gonna let spirit control you. You're gonna be a vessel for the divine spirit, or you're gonna control your spirit yourself, and you're gonna get what come with that. This is what I'm tapped into. Divine partner energies out here, but your spirit team, 222 angel number, 226 angel number, 222, and then 6, so 66 angel number out here with divine partner. Your spirit team is like, if don't nobody in this world got your back, your spirit team got your back. Your spirit team is saying, this is the next step you need to make. This is going to be your most powerful path forward, and there's hesitation and there's apprehension. Some of y'all are saying, I'm too small. I'm not tall enough. I'm not big enough. I'm not gray enough. Whatever it is, right? You saying these things and your spirit team is like, but we with you. Some of y'all can't decide whether you want to listen to spirit or whether you want to listen to your flesh. And the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Get on it. The strength card energy is out here. So discipline, sacrifice, and willpower. Discipline, sacrifice, and willpower are very powerful tools that you can utilize at this time. Divine masculine. Divine masculine, right? Discipline, willpower, right? Because it's doing. This is what I'm tapped into. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the good. Gift always hope I'm saying something that helps. Manipulation. I'm telling you, your spirit team told you exactly what you need to do. And it might make some people mad, but then people going to have to get mad in regards to you doing what God is asking you. Baby, who cares if they mad? They need to scratch their ass and get glad and come up with a plan on how they going to fix their life. That's what this feels like. There are people doing things behind your back. Cowardly actions. They can't come. They won't do it in your face. Destruction of the environment. They're doing very destructive and volatile things. Wastrels and vagabonds. It's decisions, it's choices, it's moves that God is asking you to make that'll move you around from these people. But you gotta want God to be in control and not man. Intellectual talent. I think a lot of times, Divine One, you don't see yourself as any different. And that's the biggest thing that's blocking you at this time. I feel like a lot of times you don't see yourself as any different. You don't realize you special, baby. And I get it because we grow up in this world and they say, oh, everybody's alike. We all the same. Da 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 da. Like Flash is the same speed as everybody else. Like Dash go the same speed as everybody else. You're special. There's something different about you. Dare I say it, you're better. And sometimes it's hard, especially for empaths, to be able to say, we're just alike. Or everybody has their own gifts, talents, and abilities. That's true. That's what I'm saying. Your gifts, talents, and abilities gives you the expertise to stand out in this particular area that we're talking about right now. You got the juice. Everybody ain't got the juice. And you need to know that. You need to embody that so you make different decisions. Because if you know sooner rather than later that you got a capacity that everybody ain't got, you're likely to make a different, manifest a different outcome. That thinking everybody the same, thinking that everybody got the same spiritual covering, thinking that everybody got the same spiritual talents, that is a scheme that Todd set up. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something to help. I don't think I'm seeing all of y'all messages. Yeah. There we go. Let's get another message for the collective. We're going to do a similar setup, but we might use a different deck. Okay? Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path for the greatest good. What is the most important message for my divine collective? What do you need to know most to walk your highest path for your greatest good? Thank you. Unhappy voyages. Okay. This card, if you look at the image on that card, it's like he cocky or he kind of like a peacock. It says unhappy voyages. It's like if you're doing it because you really want to do it, or if you're doing it because you think other people gonna look at you and say, "Ooh, cool, that's so fucking cool what you're doing," right? I went to college when I graduated high school for electrical engineering. Needless to say, I don't have a degree. I didn't really want to be an electrical engineer. I love people and I love like changing the hearts and minds of people for the better. And I probably should have went to school for something like mass communication or something like that. But I was smart and I got into the program and it paid the most money. And this is gonna be the biggest obstacle that you face at this time. If you chasing the money or you chasing the clout or the fame, or you really going after what your genetic makeup dictates about you. That's what this is, redemption, right? Some of you might already be like in the middle of this, right? Where you say, damn, I already got this degree, or damn, I already got this job or whatever, but it really don't fit me. It really don't suit me, right? You will find that God gives you Godspeed, that you are redeemed above and beyond where you are today. Sometimes we feel like I don't want to let go of this seemingly. It seems stupid. Right? It seems stupid to quit that government job. It seems stupid to go back to school and get another degree after you already got one. It seems like, well, what I did all of that other shit for. But you wouldn't know what you know in this moment if you hadn't done all of those other things. Now, if you continue to go down this particular path, you're not going to find any more fulfillment than you've already found. You'll find yourself going through the motions, but there's an opportunity for you to be redeemed, redemption. There's an opportunity for you to be redeemed, and there's spiritual communication coming through around it. This is what I'm tapped into. If you keep going around the same path that you're going around, you're going to find that there's no more fulfillment, only going through the motions, right? Just living life to live life. But if you listen to what your spirit team is encouraging you, and it just feels like it has something to do with like, this ain't really what you're supposed to be doing every day. That's what it feel like. And then you'll find more redemption and fulfillment. Let's get some energy on this. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else. What is the most important message for the divine collective? The Fool card, energies in reverse. It's you being encouraged to take a step. Take a step into another dimension. Take a step. It's like it's like spirit is asking you to leave this plane and go into a different plane. It's so ridiculous, bro. And I'm not in the mood at all. The Strength card, discipline and sacrifice. Willpower, discipline, and sacrifice is going to be your most powerful path forward. Fool card came out here twice, but shit. It's somebody that's reluctant to take this step. It's somebody that's reluctant to, go in the direction that God is telling you to go in. Let's see why. Why? Why are they so reluctant? What's the cost to be the boss? Emperor card. You feel like it's like being in the 12th grade or being in the 8th grade, right? I don't know how your school was set up. 8th grade meant you was finna go to high school. 12th grade meant you was finna go to college. It's like you the top of the class, right? You the big boss on campus, right? Emperor card energies out here. A big reason why you're like in a little bit trepidatious around taking this next step that God is moving you to is because it'll be a whole new world. A whole new world. A newfound place I never knew. For you don't want to leave this world that you created. You don't want to leave this world that you built where you the most powerful. Where everybody in the mayor calls on you for support. That's what this feels like. The Five of Pentacles. It feels like you will be going back to square one. Or starting off at zero. And that feels like from a boss position. Who wants to do that? Only a real boss, right? Rich dad, poor dad. Rich in the book, in the movie, in the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He talked about getting a job because it paid well or getting a job because you learned something, right? When you get the job because you learned something, you can take the information that you learned from the job and take that into your own in the industry and multiply it, right? This is what I'm tapped into. There's apprehension and there's trepidation. Knight of Cups energy is out here. Your spirit team is saying this is a good time. This is a fun time. This is a beautiful experience, but it's not going to last long. It's like any professional athlete and some professional musicians. You need to be thinking of how you're going to spend your days after this. This is what I'm tapped into. Star card. You might also feel like this is fulfillment. The full Emperor card. Food to the Emperor. You might feel like this is like the it. Like this is the biggest it can get. This is the best it can get. And your spirit team is saying, we got so much more for you. We got so much fucking more for you. Knight of Swords energies out here with the Nine of Pentacles. If you will only take the steps, make the necessary moves that they asking you to make. Ace of Wands, willpower, discipline, sacrifice, Ace of Cups, pressed down, shaken together, and running over will be the fulfillment that you come to. You won't just be going through the motions no more. You won't just be going through the motions, but you'll actually be living a life that brings you joy and fulfillment and peace to Leo. This is what I'm tapped into. What's at the bottom of the deck? The Magician card. One of the most important things for you to know at this time is that your power will go with you. Yes, you've established an empire, and yes, you have king and kingship and rule over this empire, and you can do that wherever you go, my baby. Ask David. David was a shepherd. He was a sheep herder. Nobody had any respect for him. He went from being a shepherd to being king of Israel. So believe you me, you take that magic with you wherever you go. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Smoke break. We'll now return to our regular. We will be back in one moment with our regularly scheduled programming. I gotta get some commercial break music for this channel. some music that don't have no copyright infringement. So when we do our little interludes, we have a little do. Be right back. That little screen that pop up and then motherfucker be right back. Let's get some more messages. Elevator music. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides, that we should see us walk the highest path for the greatest good. What is the most important message? What do you need to know most to walk your highest path for your greatest good? Disability and immorality, redemption, and intellectual talent. People thought you was crazy. I have been tapped into this energy since last week of people who want, maybe they never thought you was crazy. Maybe they just called you crazy because you were so correct. You know, like Kanye West, that might not be the best example because he is a little bit crazy, but it's that type of energy to where, yes, you have enlightened perspectives. Yes, you have intellectual point of views, but it also feels like it's ahead of its time. That's what this feels like. A lot of times when you say things, when you express things, when you are, communicating these things that is profound and world shaking, you ahead of your time. It reminds me of Bone Thugs and Harmony. If I could teach the world to be a thug in harmony, right? Their music was so prolific and so profound, but I feel like they really didn't get the career that they deserved, because if that music came out today, imagine if Bone Thugs Army came out today with all of the stuff that's going on in the world, the way people are craving for something different than what we already have, it would blast off. It would take over. But because they were ahead of their time, and people weren't really in that space where they were craving something, they were ahead of their time. This is what I'm tapped into. You got to understand and know sometimes that you're ahead of your time. There are people who will deem you. They will deem you whatever they deem you. They'll feel like they diagnosing you. They went to one school to learn how to be no kind of therapist, but they'll diagnose you. And there are people who say that you are crazy, but you can't let the fact that people say you're crazy stop you from creating what comes to your mind. Redemption energy is out here with intellectual talent. What you need to know is you're ahead of your time. What's at the bottom of the deck? Slavery and bondage and education makes a man unfit to be a slave. And education makes a man unfit to be a slave. So there's a lot about your intellectual talents and your redemption. And there's a lot about how people try to make you feel like you're crazy or stupid or dumb because they ain't on that level yet. Because they don't get it yet. They want to say that you're crazy till they figure out it's a whole, group. I remember when I first started reading tarot. Oh, Lord, the way that people who don't matter to me at all. I'm just bringing this up to prove this point, right? Like people would be like, oh, they wanted to say that it was witchcraft or like a negative type of witchcraft, like I was doing something horrible, like hurting babies or something like that, right? And then when they started to see that it was other people, right, that it was a niche, right, that there was a world out there that they didn't know about. And people went into that world, and it was nothing that I was making up or nothing that I was coming up. I was only like pro-generating information. When they realized that, they had to step back. They was calling me crazy. They were saying all kind of stuff, right? And then when TarotOnDex started to gain a little momentum, then they said, they was like, they couldn't say nothing. They had wanted to say something, but they couldn't say nothing because now you see 50,000 million people, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. It kept growing. People saying, I agree with this thought form. It's this type of energy. You're ahead of your time. You're ahead of your time. Now you see all this stuff about the church being revealed. You see people saying, oh no, I have religious trauma. The church abused me. They're the reason why I'm this. They're the reason why I'm that. It's not God that people are saying that about, by the way. I heard somebody say, no, I wouldn't let the church take me away from God. It's not God people saying that about. They saying that about the church. They don't want to be around those people that and pretend to find God. They looking for the real thing. In any case, that's what this is. I'm about to put some cards on it. You ahead of your time. And they don't have to catch up. And you can't slow yourself down because they haven't caught up yet. They'll get there when they get there. And if they never get there, that ain't your problem. Ain't your problem. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greater good. What is the most important message for the divine collective at this time? Shame. I'm not surprised to see it. I just told you what the fuck it was. These motherfuckers are ashamed of themselves. Loud and wrong. Loud and wrong. In the next 24 hours, you can't let them stop you from doing what you know is right. It's going to be a lot of followers in your energy. They going to have to follow you because they ain't on what you own quite yet. They loud and wrong. They ain't never heard of no shit like that. But you got to stand on the fact that you ain't making shit up. That you are only perpetuating information that you have been blessed enough to attain. This is what I'm tapped into. Fake busy energies out here with a shame. That fake busy card come up a lot. Getting readings energies out here. There's somebody that's ashamed of what they said about you. They called you crazy. They didn't realize how intellectual you were. You could be like me, like have an accent, kind of be a little bit hood, but at the same time, you was a straight A student, a nerd, 120 something IQ, but you just don't, you're not what it looks like. You're not what people expect to see when they see genius energy. This is what I'm tapped into. I love that. Shock their ass. Oh, my favorite thing to do is just for somebody to be like, oh, this nigga reads. I know they say it all the time. Spiritual energies out here because they be shocked and surprised to see your true colors. I know they say it all the time. This motherfucker must read a lot of something like that because they be shocked and surprised to see your true colors. There's going to be somebody who knows they was wrong, and them being wrong is so obvious. You know how you be like, you know how motherfucker be like, this person is pretending like to drop something on the ground when you walk around. They pretending like they looking through their phone. You heard me? When you come around, they say shit, because they don't want to have to face you. They don't want to have to look you in your eyes and know they was loud and wrong and dumb, loud and wrong and dumb around in regards to you, like remedial level of bitch. How the fuck you ain't know about Pangea? This is what I'm tapped into. Getting readings energies out here. They had no idea about reading energy or reading the energy, reading spiritually reading. All they knew about was books, reading language, and they probably only speak English. They don't even have a second language to understand the depth of a word, and a word being portals. And in the beginning was the word, and the word was God. They don't even consider that. They just be reading and talking and thinking they know everything. This is a fucking know-it-all. This is a know-it-all who you. I don't think you did it on purpose, and I don't think you're doing it on purpose. But you make them look stupid. Because they be loud and wrong. They say, oh, this ain't going to work. And then you come in and you made it work. They say, oh, that's not going to happen. And you ain't even hearing the conversations, what they saying and they doubting. You just coming through with the results. You just coming through with the results. And they look stupid and stupid and stupid and stupid and stupid. And keep just looking stupid like that. Moving on, letting go. They refuse to move around because if they finally say, you know what, this person come from God, let me leave them alone. It's the ultimate act of acknowledging that they were wrong, and this person has a problem acknowledging that they were wrong. But I tell you what, in the world, if you don't learn, life a teacher, and life teaching this person somebody loud and wrong about you, and they starting to feel shame. They starting to feel shamefaced about it. Closing this cycle. How? The way you close the cycle. Cause why are you video calling me? You know me? Y'all know this person. They watching me. Somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety. So it's a fan. Girl, what do you want? Weird ass bitch. A fucking fan. A fucking fan. Go viral then, bitch. I was sitting on the toilet this morning. Don't judge me. I was sitting on the toilet this morning. I'm scrolling TikTok. I wipe my phone off with Clorox wipes. Don't worry about it. And I get the message. The lady was like, "Oh, you're about to be famous." Da, 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 da. I say, I'm not cut out. I ain't cut out for it. I'm not cut out. Look at me. Look at this. Look at these lines right here. See that? Do it look like play with your fucking daddy, bitch? I promise you don't come over here and play with me. And I'm waiting for somebody to pull up to my motherfucking door because I got that motherfucking iron prepped and ready for your ass. I'm not the one. I don't care about no fucking fame or no fucking attention. That shit make other people happy and good, giddy and lucky. That shit don't make me feel nothing but bothered. Fucking fan. You heard me? I consider y'all my family. I feel like it's on an energetic wavelength. I feel like we're on the same vibration. And I feel like because we're on the same vibration, and I'm not often on the same vibration with people, that makes us family. I'm not even on the same vibration with my relatives. So that's why we family. So that energy, bitch, you a fan. You're not why are you even here? You know, this is a closed group. If you're not family and you don't get this shit, move the fuck around. 1155 angel number. But I must have been saying something. That probably the person who was talking all of that shit about me, and now they feel uber stupid. So they had to call. They had to call to say, bitch, shut the fuck up. Stop telling people. In your fucking feeling, you fucking fan. Either way it go. Look. I love how the universe already on it. When you in alignment. You feel me? I love how the fucking universe already be on it. You know how the Bible say? The Bible say God will answer your prayers before you even get it out. Before you even can complete the sentence in what you praying. Oh God, I already got it. Here you go. Complete your sentences, you know. Finish your thoughts. That's the type of God you serve. You understand what I'm saying? You done closed out a cycle. And you wasn't taking no poison apples or nobody telling you what you can and cannot do based on their capacities. And they hate that. Hey, but they watching you. Ever grateful for the Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. Always hope I'm saying something else. Hey, they ain't stopped watching yet, huh? Goodbye. They fucking watching you, nigga. Somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety. Fucking fan. You got family, right? You got family. The family you chose. You was born into your relatives. And you got family. People that's on the same wavelength as you. And then you got these motherfucking fans. And that's it. Because they not smart enough. They not big enough, bad enough. You only debate your equals. Everybody else you teach. So they not on your level to be your enemy. You only debate your equals. Everybody else you learning from you. Huh? Is that normal? I'm tripping? Or is that normal? Y'all be at home doing shit like that? Y'all be at home doing shit like that? Like, oh, I'm just gonna I'm gonna FaceTime this motherfucker. I mean, it's people I know and love and care about that call me before they FaceTime me. The fuck? Text me, hey. Call twice. Call twice. Double down on some dumb shit. I hate a stupid motherfucker to double down on some dumb shit. Once you realize it's dumb, let up. No. It be them motherfuckers, that be them, some people, I don't want to get too descriptive, because that could be judgmental. Not everybody from the hood is like that. But motherfuckers want to double down on some dumb shit. I blame your mama. I do. I blame your mama. She should have taught your ass that fucking shit. I told you, it's not going to be long on me being no fucking famous. That ain't going to work. Shit. That ain't gonna work. 3311. Shh. Girl. Y'all think I'm gonna be wearing shit because y'all say it's cool and cute? Like, oh, you need to wear this because the fuck out of here. Doing my hair and putting that shit on my face because, man, get the fuck out of here. Expediently, to the back. No, it's not gonna work. Now let's get some more messages. The fans interrupted us. I'm sorry. I have to focus on my family at this time. Bruh, I ain't getting nobody nothing, but I'm just trying to give my reading for the people who fuck with me on my wavelength. I ain't even trying to take over the world like that. That ain't my goal. They see it though. I was trying to be humble at first. But if you still gonna keep fucking with me, you must see something I don't see. I'll call my motherfucking mom. At home, ain't doing nothing. Create. Create something. Go outside and pick up some leaves and make a little fairy looking lady with the leaves on the tree. I seen a lady on Facebook. She go outside, pick up leaves and shit like that. She make little fairy tale creatures and sell that shit on Etsy. Acorns and motherfucking maple leaves and shit. She done glued it to the paper. That shit cute as a motherfucker. I said I wanted it from my front room. Go out, go create something. Go create something. It don't matter what it is. You getting stuck in the idea that it gotta be this or it gotta be that. It don't matter. It does not matter when you put your heart into it. When you put your God into it. People say, I see the God in that. You've been outside the gas station and saw somebody selling their art and felt even, just didn't even want the art, but just felt motivated by seeing that person out there pushing their shit and said, let me buy something from them. You done did that before, I know you have. Just create. Just create. Don't look at what another person is creating and critique. That's wasteful. That's wasteful of your God-given energy. Create. I couldn't even formulate it in my mind to sit up there and look at another person and worry about what they're doing and think negatively on what they're doing with all the shit that's in my mind that I want to do. How you got time for that? Shit, I know I could pick up a pen and a piece of paper and start writing. Just try to finish writing this motherfucking book, create another tarot deck or whatever shit you could be doing, baby. You should, what they told you at your first job? At your first job, they told you if you could be leaning, you could be cleaning. Well, you can apply that to other areas of your life. And if you could be hating, you could be making. You could be making something. You could be creating something. And I promise all the anxiety and all the disconnect that you feel from the world around you will disappear. That shit'll go the fuck away. I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't care what it is when you start creating. Them people who build them Legos. They make Lego flowers. They make Lego cars. They'll make a Lego you. If you get... They'll make a little Lego that look just like you. Man, that's creative energy. And it allows you to connect with God. Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. But if all you're doing in your everyday life is looking at what the next person doing, and because of your own preconceived notions about that person, or what you saw about them, you hate, no, they ain't, then what the fuck? You're wondering why your shit ain't sold up. You heard me? Your shit ain't sold up. Sew your shit up. And before you go outside hating. That's like somebody who's ready to go outside and go on a date, but ain't brushed their teeth yet. How the fuck you want to be in somebody's face talking about dating, bitch? You ain't brushed your teeth. You ain't ready yet. Go in the house and brush your teeth and understand the reason why that's important before you go smiling in somebody's face talking about some getting fucked. It's a lot of energy to put the cart before the horse. These haters is out here putting the cart before the horse. You heard me? They shit ain't sold up. And they want to talk about your stitches. Weird ass bitches. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides. That wish to see us walk the highest birthday for the greatest good. I wish I knew how to turn this screen around so you can see the words, bitch. Affinity and friendship. It's also a 7. It's like the energy of somebody who wishes that, like, I don't know, maybe you have strong, strict boundaries. You know, earlier I was saying not everybody on your wavelength. You know, 7, you enlightened, you're aware, in touch with God, and you, because of that, like a natural byproduct of, you know, developing a relationship with God is boundaries. Oh, y'all finna do that? Oh, I ain't going over there. Oh, that's what y'all, that's the boundaries, the connection, the relationship with God will have you in your auntie era for sure, because all of a sudden, I ain't doing that, girl, get the fuck out of here. You want me to sit on the concrete? All of a sudden, shit that used to be cool and copacetic and you ain't had no problem with it, you start looking at now, why they out there on that corner like that? Girl, let the people be on that corner. Why they sitting up there walking down that sidewalk like that? Everything, like, that's that discernment that you get from God. There's this type of energy. In the Bible, it talks about the spirit of lasciviousness. And when you start to really connect with God, you can identify lasciviousness. Lasciviousness has to do with the appearance of sin. You might not be doing nothing, but it look like you're doing something. And in the Bible, it teaches to even avoid that. Somebody want to be connected and close to you because of how clever you are, the letter C showing up significantly. But because of your connection with the divine, you have like these boundaries. It's certain shit you don't be doing. Perception of unity. This is also somebody who they feel like you should have wanted them. You know how people having like, they might feel like I'm pretty and this person is average looking. So they should be excited about being my friendship. being in friendship with me. They might feel like I'm very successful and they're moderately successful. They should be excited about being in a friendship with me. It's those types of preconceived notions that's out here. Undertaking and completing missions. But shit, you ain't looking to the right or to the left. You focus on what you're doing. And so you getting shit done and you making progress. So it don't matter where they are in your mind. You're not mapping your plan and your route based on where they are. You going to where God got you to, and this person wants to be like your plus one. It's like they want to, it's like they want to work with you, or they want to be associated and affiliated with your brand. That's what this feels like. Unrestrained living. They want to be associated and affiliated with your brand, but it just feels like, what does it say? Rectification is on the reverse of that card. It just feels like you're focused. It's not even anything personal to who this person is. You focus. If they was a real bitch, they'll say, hey, I think what you're doing is dope, let's work together. But they expect you to come to them. That's what the energy is, right? They expect you to come to them because they prettier than you, they bigger than you, they smarter. They that's what this is. You got rebellion. You say, oh, this person is going against the grain. A lot of threes showing up on this board and a lot of sixes. They say you're going against the grain, but you got this great capacity. But you have such a magnanimous capacity that cannot be denied. This is what I'm tapped into. So they want to be associated and affiliated with you, but they don't know how to ground themselves enough to be able to reach out. It's the energy of a very high profile content creator copying the content of somebody that they feel is young and are not as, well known as them. It's this type of energy that's on this board, and they feel like you should want to work with them. You should want to get to know them. They can help you out. They can put you on, but it's really like a hook. It's like a way to reel you in, to be able to have you as like a minion or like a servant. It's a way to be able to get close enough to you to be able to know what your ideas are and be one step ahead and kind of impede on your progress more than it actually would be a connection that was mutually beneficial, right? What is it called when somebody's like, it wouldn't be a ship, like a friendship, a relationship. It would be like a mentor. Definitely a trap, because if it wasn't a trap, they'll come at you correctly. We not kids. We grown as a motherfucker around here. You see, if I see something somebody doing and I think it's dope, I'm gonna say, man, I like, that's dope. I'm not, no, what the fuck kind of weird ass shit is that? Well, I do it too, so I'm not gonna acknowledge. I don't got time. Apathetic. He looked like that dude that play on those movies. You know that he's like an actor. He plays on a lot of movies with Seth Rogen, and he plays on a lot of movies with like those characters. I can't think of his name right now, but this card looks just like him, and it's that type of energy. That's how those people see you, right? Like, he's an actor, he's well known, he's reputable, but he's not Seth Rogen, right? He's not Seth Rogen, and this person feels like because you're in that position, you should want to like that. Like, I'm not saying that this is how Seth Rogen is. I'm saying it would be the idea of this energetic Seth Rogen saying you should want to come to me and work with me. Yeah, you should be glad to take less pay or be able to take less respect because you get to work with Seth Rogen. That's how this feels, starter wise, right? Like, you're just starting off. You're just beginning. You should be enamored or like in awe of working with such a grandiose person, when really they ain't doing nothing that you can't do. Clickbait. They not doing nothing that you can't do. It's just that where they are, it's like if I've been running for 2 hours and you've been running for 20 minutes, then I'm going to be farther than you, right? Shit. So at the end of the day, they ain't really doing shit that you need to be impressed by. It's just that they've been doing it longer than you, and that's all. And they want a crown for that shit. Angels, archangels, they ain't even that fucking good. And they ain't even that fucking good. They're not even that fucking good, and they know that. That's why they want to work with you, because if they could work with you, they could steal your fucking ideas. They could pretend to be that persona that comes directly from God to you, and then that would help to keep their career or whatever they're doing in some type of momentum. This is what I'm tapped into. Splitting hairs. The type of energy of somebody who want to be you, but they want you to think that you should want to be them. It's a mind fuck. 2 more cards. I'm ready to get out of this energy. 333 angel number showed up a lot. Blocking finances. Energy is out here. This person could be going through a financial shift in their life, and you are also going through a financial shift, but you know how they say what goes up must come down? The same people you see on the way up, you see on the way coming back down. That's how this meeting is happening. They're on the way down and you on your way up, and they feel like they want to try to swap. This is what I'm tapped into. Spiritual charlatan. Oh, I can be benevolent in your life. I can help you get this career going. I can introduce you to certain people. It's fucking Paris Hilton and Britney Spears, bitch. That's what I'm tapped into. Beware of these weird ass bitches. Forever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Y'all tap that screen and share the live so we can share this love. We had fun today. I mean, or maybe it wasn't fun, but it was definitely interesting. It was definitely an interesting experience. 4444 angel number on the timer up there. I'm going to do these elements. We're going to do love tomorrow. We're going to do love tomorrow. Love once a week. Fuck that shit. We're going to start off with a reading for air signs. Somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety. Whoa, 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 whoa. Girl. Weak ass magic too. That's another thing I want to say. You calling over here to check to see if your magic works? Bitch. You calling over here to see that shit ain't working? You calling over here to see if shit all good? I'll answer you on my other phone, bitch. Get your ass out of my face. Leave me alone. When I start acting crazy, then people like to say I'm crazy. But people don't like to talk about the fact that they provoked me to act like that. I ain't lying. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. I'm still alive. 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 I'm still alive, nigga. Okay. That motherfucker's calling from Africa and shit. Got motherfucker calling from Africa, bitch. They calling from all the way over there in fucking Africa, bitch. Trying to do that motherfucking shit. Bitch. The real Don Dada. Why I'm like this. The real Don Dada. I'm just playing. I don't want no problem. I don't want no problem. Angels, archangels. Somebody named the country. She said, "Don't just name the whole Africa because the whole Africa ain't do it." Why? What? Somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety. Yeah, I'm finna get off this line and we gonna talk. What do you want? Cat got your tongue? What do you want? Major transformations happening in your life at this time. Getting your wings, going to the next level in something, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Page of Swords. I don't know.
Don't know what?
Where any batteries are. Look, this how they looking. Face melted. Jaws. They ready to, you can stick something in their mouth, how wide their mouth open is. 111 in the likes. Thank you so much. Look, at this transformation that's happening, you being watched. People made a lot of judgments about you, baby. You wasn't never going to stop smoking and drinking, thugging and loving it. I got that thugging love. You were never gonna stop smoking and drinking and thugging and loving it. But you always had angels around you. Even when you was smoking, drinking, thugging, and loving it, you had angels around you that was blowing the horn. You was one of them motherfuckers who was in a club or in a trap house or wherever you was at, looking at the stars and shit. Oh, look at the stars. That's Orion and that's the Little Dipper. You was looking at the fucking flowers and shit. Oh, look, that's a daisy and that's a chamomile. The other people in the trap house was like, what the fuck is wrong? Nunu. You Nunu type of energy. Right? Because the other people in the trap house and the other people in the hood was like, why the fuck you looking at the stars? Or why the fuck you looking at the flowers and shit like that? But that was always a beacon. That was always a trumpet. Right? A sound. It was always an indication that you was different. Heavy Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energies out here. Major transformations. And it's, bro, a lot of spiritual warfare in your energy because it has something to do with your capacity. A lot of major arcana coming out and the impact that you're going to have on the world around you. And there's a lot of like, you know, this man, this man look, he look it like Italian or maybe like Creole or something like that. But either way it goes, it's like there's a lot of like, oh, I'm gonna tempt you, lull you. That's been what's coming out. Alter ego, lulled states of putting you in altered states of consciousness, and you could do that through many things. A lot of times people think it's only alcohol or drugs. No, a certain amount of money, putting you in a certain lifestyle that you never lived before. Let's say you never had family before, and this person pretends to represent family. All of those things will put you in altered states of consciousness that it can make you more pliable and more usable. And so, no, these people didn't never think Three of Cups energies out here. The word on the street was, you heard me? You'll be right there, and they'll be talking about you, and you will have no idea. But the word on the street was you was never gonna come up out of this. But there's also under this, there's also this moon card energy, this underlying energy around like people knew you had power, right? Like the death card, the devil card to the magician. People knew Page of Swords, Three of Cups. That's why the conversation was they'll never get it, they'll never wake up. Yeah, we got this one person hypnotized, they're mesmerized, right? That's what this is. The Two of Pentacles energy is out here, but I don't know. It's being broke did something to my spirit. Asked niggas to plug me. They act like they couldn't hear me. Right? It just feels like this energy of deciding that you wanted something on your own. Like wanting to be able to manifest and materialize something without the rules and regulations of another person or authority over you really led you down your own path, right? If you're the type of person who like flowers and stars and you in a space where people only want, these type of whatever low vibrational energy, then you're going to eventually get away from that and you're going to have to find a means to make that happen. Four of Pentacles energy is out with the Two of Pentacles. So the thing that you complain about the most and the thing that you hated the most in that time of your life and the experience in your life that was the most difficult, it could be now. That shit did something to your spirit. Being broke did something to my spirit. Asked niggas to plug me dead like they couldn't hear me. Huh? That's what's on this board. And shit, these situations and these circumstances is revealing a lot about the world around you and how you should maneuver through it. This is what I'm tapped into. The Strength card energies out here, rather than the Four of Pentacles Strength card. Realizing and recognizing that despite the disabilities that you may face on a regular basis, you can do it. I can do it. Say, you can do it. That's what's on this board. And then pressed down, shaking together, and running over. But it is going to have to be in an independent way when you decide that, damn, I want what I want. And I want it unbridled and unimpeded by the external world around me. But there's always been a calling, a trumpet blowing in your energy. Even when you was in your mess, this might be a very much so now experience. But I see you moving on. I see a lot of new beginnings. Right? That's the thing about major endings. They always cause a new beginning. You got to recognize and realize this principality that wants to. You might see ravens a lot. Also, cats and dogs might be significant. But this power and this principality that wants to put you beside yourself. That's the biggest thing that you need to worry about right now. Like, you could get money, cars, clothes, and hoes. And I mean that so literally. It's a byproduct of doing what God wants you to do. You can look at the Solomon in the Bible and say, okay, yeah, he asked for wisdom and money, cars, clothes, and hoes came, right? And so the money, cars, and clothes, and hoes that you chase could be taking you away from what you actually desire. But if you pursue, like what's passion, what you have passion for, right? We was talking earlier about creating. If you create those things that you have passion for, you will find that money, cars, clothes, hoes is a byproduct of it. Haters too. Weird ass looking at haters and shit. And I'm not talking about no etymology of the word. I'm talking about the way we use the word weird in everyday language, not right now in 2025. When I say weird, I'm not talking about, oh, you don't know what weird means. Fuck all of that. I'm talking about how we mean it. Not the way they made the word when they wrote it down 35,000 years ago. No. I'm talking about these weird ass bitches. I do free readings for my subscribers on around the first of the month. So be looking for me to go live on extended live, not on the daily check-in, around within the first 3 to 4 days of the month because I have 4 pages. So I like to do one for each page. So from the first 4 days of the month, we're gonna go live and do free readings for the subscribers. Okay, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. I hope they helped. Let's go Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Let's go Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. 8 of Cups energy is out here. Moon card. Reprogramming your subconscious. Giving yourself the therapies. I have 4 pages. I have pages on YouTube, Facebook, and then I have 2 on TikTok. And they're all in my link tree. So no worries. They're all linked in my link tree if you're ever looking. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is the most important message? Knight of Swords energy. You have to watch what you say at this time. I do feel like you're building something. And I do feel like people want something to be wrong with what you're doing. Like, this is somebody that's nitpicking. This is somebody that's looking for a reason to discredit you, ruin you, cancel you, have you canceled. And I feel like you might have some human instincts that could cause you to react or respond in a way. You know what I mean? This is what I'm tapped into. I feel like, you know how if you watch social media, if you scroll at all ever, you might see people like at the hair salon and they're like, whatever, confrontational experiences between the stylist and the person, the client, right? And that's what this feels like, but this also feels like, there's a lady who goes around and she goes to all of the different stylists in her area, and then she kind of lets people know this was my experience, right? Which is a kind of like, I don't want to say she's looking for something, but she's looking for, like, that's what this feels like. Knight of Swords energy. Give me some more energy. Looking for something to be wrong. Looking for 10 of Swords. Looking for a reason. 10 of Swords with the 5 of Swords. That's 6 swords. Heavy Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy showing up for you. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. 7 Swords energy is out here, but heavy on somebody like over analyzing. This is somebody who's picking you apart, nitpicking every detail about you. They're surveilling you. They're surveilling you to find something wrong. This might have something to do with your job. And if you got company phones or company laptops, don't do any private business on that. If you have any private and personal things that you're doing, go ahead and close your laptop. Go ahead and close it, or maybe even walk into the other room, because if you got anything going on like that, I see you being surveilled. And it just makes me feel like that first scenario I described where, somebody is, you could say that they not looking for a reason, but they definitely looking for a reason. It just doesn't have to be you. That's what I'm tapped into. It could be anybody that falls victim to this plot, this scheme, this plan. But it's like based on your circumstances, right? You could be having a bad day. It could be situations and circumstances that you're not even thinking about like that. And Knight of Wands energy is out here with the Knight of Swords. Be aware. There's a destructive entity that's on a path. That's on a path of destruction, and you might be in it, baby. 2 of Cups energy is out here, right? Because this person is coming correctly. I want to feel like they're not coming at you with no drama. They're not coming at you with no bullshit. Nothing about the way this person approaches you will make you feel they have ulterior motives, but I heavily see somebody with ulterior motives. Queen of Pentacles energy is out there that studies you. Queen of Pentacles energy is out here that like, it's like the devil was roaming the earth to and fro looking for whom he could devour, and he saw Job. And then God said, you can't touch a hair on his head. And then he fucked with Job's finances. He fucked with Job's family. He ruined Job and his friends even had a word or two. Right? It's this type of energy. Queen of Pentacles. Heavy on the devil card energies out here. So you need to be prayed up, my baby. You need to pray when you need to pray when you going out, and pray when you coming in. Pray that you the head and never the tail, right? Put that Psalms 3:23 in front of you and that Psalms 91 behind you, so that these demons and these entities know who they gotta go through to get to you. King of Pentacles energies out with the Queen of Pentacles. Heavy about your money, heavy about your finances, heavy about your resources, and a desire for this entity or energy to bring ruin to that. I guess they feel like if you wasn't so stable, Ace of Wands energies out here, you would still be stable. If you wasn't doing this, you would be doing that. And if you wasn't doing that, you would do the other thing because you're very resourceful and like adaptable in that way. But I guess this person feels like Three of Pentacles. If you wasn't doing this, you wouldn't be doing anything. And that would change the direction that you're going. The letter D showing up significantly. Caring too much about what you're doing, right? And it be spirits, right? We oftentimes go, why do they care so much? Or why are they overly involved in my business, right? Why are they, doing this weird ass shit? It's not them per se as a person with like conscious thoughts and shit like that. It's a spirit that's in them. See, people don't talk enough about that. Motherfuckers be having spirits in them. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. We did Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I guess they went back to the cauldron. I wonder if you can feel it energetically. And please, if you can feel it energetically, tell me in the chat how it feels to you. But it almost feels like a certain sense of eerie calmness. Eerily calmness. It's like being in a club, all the music blasting, everybody around you dancing and shit like that. But it feels like, ooh, it doesn't feel heavy. I feel that heavy energy sometimes, but that's not how this one feels. This one feels like being bored in the club. You ever been bored in the club? Like, like something is off. You feel it? Now, I want you to pay attention to that. Now, I want you to pay attention to that in life. Like, that feeling, right? I want you to pay attention. I want you to pay attention to that throughout your day in certain experiences. It might be a heavy feeling. Like old girl said, it could be a thick, I call that the cloud. It feels like a thick cloud, like having a cloud over your head or something like that. Or it might be that bored in the club that's feeling it is just randomly because you went from being so intrigued in what you was doing at your job or doing in your life, and then all of a sudden, boop, and there you go. Now you can tell when they doing it. Now you can tell when they sending that negative energy. Now you can tell when the evil eye is coming. Now you can sense the toxicity. Now the next thing is to be able to get y'all to feel like where it's coming from. And I be waiting on the universe to give me these living examples, right? They went back to the cauldron. They went back to the cauldron. Okay, that ain't work. And a lot of times you got to go to God. You got to go to your spirit. You got to go to your deity. You got to go to your deity before you go running right back to that cauldron. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides said, wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. What is my neighbor keep mentioning? Ooh, that bitch went fast when I started reading it. Oh, not the wreath key of B. You already know what that is. You already know what that is. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides said, wish to see us walk the highest path for the greatest good. What is the most important message for? We did Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We did, I guess it's Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Because we did Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, right? And we did Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The Four Swords energy is out here. Lucky. This is why everybody want to be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, because y'all just relaxing at peace. Like, what is all of this bullshit y'all talking about in the world? Like, I bet you Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo look at other signs like you need better boundaries and you really need more discipline and you need a better routine. Like, y'all probably be looking at us like you really just need to get your shit together. Just ew. Cup of wet wipes, case a bump try to touch me. Ew. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, there's a state of peace, a place of peace around you. 5 of Wands. Oh. That's what this feels like energetically. It feels like gardener, a warrior in the garden, or a gardener in the war, right? Like that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, this feel like all of the shit that's on the news, all of the shit that's on the news, Donald Trump, none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. About none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. About none of that shit. Some of y'all go camping. Some of y'all going to another country. Some of y'all be off in the woods in this country. You think you got a secret spot, then you find out somebody know about your secret spot. Raggedy motherfuckers. How they found out. You trying to go off and escape to nature and shit. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, that's going to be a very powerful tool for you at this time. It's a lot of chaos in the world around you. I was just saying that before these cards came out. That's crazy. There's a lot of chaos in the world around you, but it just seems like Psalms 91 is your, go-to. 1,000 shall fall at my side and 10,000 at my right hand, but it will not come near me. I'm just going to look and see the recompense of this fucking wickedness. That's what this feels like. Queen of Pentacles energies out here. There's abundance in nature is what this feels like. There's abundance in nature, or it makes me feel like the Mother Earth, Gaia, will provide the things that you need. Maybe you're a little bit apprehensive and reluctant about this journey that you're taking, or this venture. It feels better, like a better word feels venture, because you're going into nature. So it's not necessarily like I'm going on a trip, I'm journeying. It feels like, no, this is like a new way of living, a way of being closer to Earth, and the Earth will provide. The Earth will provide, and that's what you're going to see. Ace of Wands energy is out here, and it's going to be like new and creative and inspiring adventures. King and Queen of Pentacles, and it's quite stable, and you may feel more stable than you've ever felt in like society, or whatever feels like a standard society. Like maybe you live in a city and you're going to the country. Maybe you live in a certain country and you're going to a different country. Maybe you used to a city life and you're going farther out into a suburbs, or you're going farther out into a rural area. Whatever that looks like for you, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, you're gonna find that Mother Earth provides. The devil energy, I'm so sick of this fucking devil card, y'all. They feel like this devil the card that came out for everybody, bro. The devil card is what the world is trying to offer you. Oh, am I gonna have Wi-Fi? Some shit like that, right? Like that's what it be. It don't always have to be drugs or that type of shit. It's like King and Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. I feel like the biggest thing is like, am I going to be able to live a life? Like, am I going to be able to still do what I do, or still make money? Or am I still going to make the same amount of money that I'm used to making? It's like all of these kind of questions in your mind about what you want to do. And baby, when I tell you God already got that answered, when I tell you exceedingly and abundantly above what you ask or think, that you're orchestrating 5 of Wands, 6 of Wands with the Ace of Wands, and Queen of Wands makes 7 of Wands, that you're orchestrating and experience. 7 of Wands is grab your torch and pitchforks. Jesus would be preaching, or I don't know what Jesus was walking around doing on a day-to-day basis, but he would be off doing his thing, and then people would see him and they would gather around him and they would threaten to stone him. And I think about 3 times in the Bible, it talks about how Jesus walked through the crowd, and so there's a lot of crowd around you. You can't do this, you can't do that. If you do that, you're going to fail, you're going to be broke, you're going to get sick, somebody's going to hurt you, you're going to get robbed, right? But Jesus used to walk through the crowd. And so with that Christ consciousness around you, and know that you're being led or called from a divine force, then you know that auric, energy, that golden aura is going to protect you. They showing me something like a man. They showing me, I guess, what is supposed to be Christ consciousness around a person's physical being, and that person literally walking through the crowd. Okay, it kind of looks like this, but it's more of a all over their body type of glow. Okay, give me some more energy. One more card. 4 of Pentacles. 4 swords starting us off. 4 of Pentacles is ending us up. 4, 5, 6 Pentacles. So the energy and effort that you put into the world will be reciprocated unto you. Remember, you were never being paid by any one person. It's always been God that's been providing for you. And God is everywhere all the time, like that sun in those cards I just showed. God is everywhere all the time right now as we speak. And if you're aware of that, then you know that that abundance and that prosperity, like I said, the earth will provide, abundantly, endlessly too. 3 of Pentacles. Like over and over and over again, incrementally. Like, here's your portion, here's your portion, here's your portion. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you ended up with 9 Pentacles. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2 swords and 9 pentacles, 2 swords, and 5, 6, 7 wands. Are you going to let these people stop you? How they think, how they feel, and what they doing? Stop you from going in the direction that God is calling you to. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. I think I'll be a Virgo at this time. I feel like I thought about it. Like, girl, I am not going to do all of that. But have it. You can have it. You can have it. I thought about being a Virgo for a second just for the rest of this month. And then I was like, no, I'm not. That'd be great. For like a split second. I was like, yeah, I think I could be a Virgo. Absolutely not. Shout out to all my Virgos, because you get it done, baby. And do it well. And make it look good and easy. And then when I try to do it, I be like, bitch. You ain't gonna sit down today? Motherfucker got Virgos especially. You know, Capricorns may be a little bit more loose with it, but Virgos especially, 501. They got like they scheduled to say 5:15 to 5:17. Bitch. You got 30-minute increments, right? Like about between 5 and 5:30 or some shit. A Virgo's schedule or calendar will be like, I got from 5:15 to 5:17. I'm gonna sit up there and I'm gonna write, and then and that's the 5:17. I gotta go take a shower, because if I don't take a shower at 5:17, then about 5:25, 5:25, I'm gonna start putting my clothes on. Oh, let me go pick my clothes out. Yeah. 5:30, I'm on it. I'm there. God damn, bitch, you ain't sat down yet. You thirsty? Do you want some water? Is there a water break? 5:37 is what time I take my water break. That's Capricorn. That's Virgo for sure. So I don't know if I'm gonna be a Virgo this month. I'm already with my ass. Too bad. I just feel tired. I ain't been do all of that. Just not been do all of that. But shit, next month, maybe December. We'll start fresh in December. Angels, archangels, ancestors, spirit guides, and wishes seals walk the highest path. Thank you for the greatest good. I'm a Libra, by the way. So for those people who's wondering, I'm a Libra, Virgo cusp. So. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that we shall see us walk the highest path. Thank you for the greatest good. What is the most important message for Leo, Aries, Sagittarius? What is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius? I heard, I got the power. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, I'm aging myself. Yeah, that was the shit back in the day. Don't even worry about it. But I heard, I got the power. Dun, 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 dun. I think a lot about the process is being skipped over. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, like you definitely can manifest what you desire to materialize at this time. But there's a process. Like we go to the grocery store and we buy our meat. We don't see the process that happens from the farm, right? And so your spirit team is like, okay, you can have it, but you're gonna have to run the farm. Yeah, ain't no grocery stores. Yeah, ain't no Amazon delivery where you going in this proverbial experience, right? Like this is something that you're gonna have to process yourself. That's what this feels like. It feels like trying to order something, like a specific dress or a specific outfit or shirt, and you gotta make that bitch yourself. You're not going to find this at Dillard's. You're not going to find this at Macy's, right? Like, you're going to have to make this yourself or have it made. Temperance angel, and that's what this feels like. The reason why you're not seeing the progress that you'd like to see in regards to something is because you are looking to have it ready made. You're looking for it to be processed already, right? It's like yours to solve or yours to do, but you're wanting to have it like prefabricated or something. That's what this feels like. Boom, the Sun card energy with the Magician card. And once you realize that what you're envisioning isn't going to come prefabricated, 7 of Wands energies out here, grab your torch and pitchfork. Also, there's a lot of people who hate that you dream so big. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So once you realize that it's not going to come prefabricated because people are so intimidated by, their strengths that they feel like this is impossible or this is undoable, then you'll cultivate the process yourself. Ten of Cups, and you find yourself at fulfillment. Temperance angel energies out here with the Ten of Cups. It's some things that you understand, Nana, that your son and your daughter and your grandson don't understand at this point. And you know that they'll get past this and they'll get through this. You know that this is possible. You know that, there's a space for this. And that's what's the most important part. There's a lot of people who trying to talk you out of it. And if you go to those people for looking for support or looking for this like solution to your problem, you're not going to find a lot of fulfillment, but there are promises like Noah and the ark with the rainbow that come from God in regards to this. Page of Swords energies out here with the Hermit card. It's possible, and you'll shock a lot of people. You'll melt the faces of a lot of people, but you're probably going to do it by yourself. Three of Swords. And the idea, this was my dream message for the past 2 days. I took a note on my phone, and it's the phone that I'm using to record it, but the dream message has something to do with like isolation breeds illumination. The message has something to do with you can't hear what God is saying because of all the noise around you. And so there's this energy around like wanting a lot of noise around you, wanting, I guess, the idea of companionship or connection or camaraderie or community, but it's keeping you from hearing what divine is saying. That's what this feels like. So the Fool card, the Magician card, the Sun card, the Temperance, the Hermit card. Yeah, I see you have the capacity to do it, but if you think that, a lot of times the support that you think you need to make something happen is the support that comes in after it's already done. Knight of Swords energies out here at the bottom of the deck. Like, people don't see your vision in the beginning. Once your vision is manifest, and they say, oh, I always knew you'd make it. Knight of Swords, 3, 4, 5 swords energies out here. Don't waste your breath convincing other people of what you already know to be true. Look, show them. Show them better than you can tell them. That's what's on this board. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else. I appreciate y'all. I'm so grateful for you tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. Thank you, Shantae. I'm grateful for you. I appreciate the love and support. Let's get a message for the collective before, so you can go and have a powerful, positive, and productive experience in the rest of the day. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. 777 angel number. I'm talking to star seeds, indigo children, and the like. And you have to protect your energy. Other people, the biggest obstacle that you're facing at this time is that other people know better than you know about your gifts, talents, and abilities. Your empathy blinds you to the fact that everybody not like you. And it makes you vulnerable to the ways that these monitoring spirits, it makes you vulnerable to the ways that these monitoring spirits feel like they can access your aura, your auric field, your energy. This is what I'm tapped into. They say, oh, this person, they don't know they're special, so they don't protect their energy. So let's go over there and get them high. Let's go over there and get them drunk. Let's go over there and get them angry. Let's go over there and affect their self-esteem. Let's do that. And it's because you don't know who you are that you allow them in your energy, or you feel the need for a connection and community with something that's other than your own. We talked about a lot today, family, and we talked about relatives, right? And this is you learning the difference between your family and your relatives. That's what this feels like, because not everybody is on the same frequency as you. And a lot of times this desire for connection and community that was propagated into your mind anyway, you take gambles and you take risk with who you are and what you came to manifest. That's what's on this board. And plot twist, you was never supposed to find out about your gifts. Plot twist, you was never supposed to find out about your gifts, right? You were supposed to be lulled. You were supposed to be anxious. You were supposed to be nervous. You wasn't supposed to be able to manifest everything. They was going to steal. They was going to steal your destiny. That was the plan. But the plot twisted, and you found out about your gifts. And now you understanding who you are, the impact that you came to have. And so you really have to be an enforcer of your boundaries. That's what I'm tapped into. Unless these people get you and your powerful self, Emperor card, wrapped up in all they bullshit. Which is what their goal is anyway, because they want to be able to walk away with what is rightfully yours. You ever, God forbid, if you've ever known anybody that went to jail, and they went to jail and they didn't come right home, right? what happened to their stuff? Like if they gotta call their mama to get their house in order, or call a friend or whatever it is like that. You go to jail with all the shit you was accumulating. You come home to nothing. Be aware of how these people want you wrapped up in their shit. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. I love you. And I always have such a grand time with you. I hope I see you tonight on our nightcap. And if you're ever interested in getting a private and personal reading, you can check out my website. It's www.TarotOnDex.com. You can also use the link tree. The link tree is /TarotOnDex. And until we meet again, be powerful on purpose. Wholeness, infinite waters flowing through you, and weak ass magic ain't working. Huh? Take it easy.